Greetings, I'm Vincent. Thank you for joining me for today's sections. We were talking about the IT network, system and application performance fixed solution overview. We would like to start the solution topic, start from the challenge and change along the way. Of course, we talk about in a general IT and the business perspective. When first, I think all the people were moving that the digital enterprise is being accelerated. More and more companies, regardless of big or small or medium-sized or the global corporations, all is trying to accelerate their way for the adoption for being a digital enterprise. You will surprise that this is why you see this here that keyword like fintech, they become a major keyword for the banking industry by adopting to all the new technology automate solutions that will be able to help them to improve in their business performance. But of course, we need less people. That's why you see in the mega trend for more and more downsizing in all those industries when become of the digital enterprise adoptions. And online shopping, as I think you can see this one in all those the mega shopping from the global shopping website to even for more regional online shopping website. You see more and more people prefer to buy things online, which of course then it will have the impact on the retail industry, where there is all those kind of start with cost, right? It's actually it can be e-business, e-learning, e-banking, etc. and etc. Then you like it or not, it will become part of our life. It's just that the portion of them is become more and more heavy, right? So this is the challenge on the way. And then of course we talk about the Internet of Things. So as more and more IP enabled devices, then it start able to add like a sensor and so on to be able to make fit the data to perform some of the more complex calculations and so on. Then of course it also have one benefit is that it reduces the manpower need to do all those things that from the past it required intensive of human to do so, right? And then of course with all those challenge on the speed of changes, and then we as a human being, our speed adopt to change on it, and like with that is a challenge. There is always something as I think anyone is not surprising we see in the major headline for the very big global corporation. They are being forced to file for the bankruptcy. It being taken over. All those things here, we notice that they have a lot of tenant employee inside. Why they were still that forced to have they become the kind of the direction we go, right? It is really just a management to bring, or it's a system thinking that they are not enough, fast enough to what the changing landscape of today and tomorrow. So then of course we talk about a lot of companies sometimes they still have a decision to make is that they need to let go for the legacy and old system that they invest millions of dollars before. They intend to keep it into the company because it is some revenue, or for the speed of the change and challenge whether the company really need to look into, adopt a new system that it is catered for the current generation and for future to come, or you want to adopt to the old parallel system that designed in the decade before. So although challenge and change that like it or not continue to become a major topic for the company to be adopted to the enterprise technology that to serving for the business requirements. The market trends we're talking about, of course, we can see that with those trend and change along the way, that we talk about the market trend toward the digital enterprise, or they call it digital transformation. All company, whether in the business or in the technology with the business mindset, they fully aware company need to change, right? So, and then the trend, if you still don't notice it, it definitely is a web-based client and server applications, right? Because there is more simple and more future-proof technology in place, and then more and more mobile device friendly for the mobile workforce, that they can access to the applications and the needed information and data on the go to make all kind of the decision on the spot for the company, because it is what the future is, right? So, and then for we're talking about the company and the trend toward the single unified system with add-on module expansion option, right? You will be able to, based on the company really requirement, then you just add on and then just turn on and so on, then to have that kind of additional feature required, and then to turn off if the company no need all those additional features that may or may not be related to their own business content and operation requirements. And then, of course, now also is a trend toward people start to looking for the cloud hosted solution as the option beside on-premises, because one of the things here is about the cost. That you need to maintain the system we're talking about. You need to train the people on maintaining it, and then to keep the people, and then to continuous going into the upgrading exercises as the system, as from time to time need to be upgraded. And then more and more people now they're taking it as a service LLM, right? We want to use the system, doesn't mean we want to be in deep ongoing, maintain and upgrading thing that they want to do. They want to use, but they don't want to do all those things. That's why they're looking for the cloud-based, then to offload all those kind of upgrading them to the service vendor, right? To make it easier for them to perform their job. Market requirement, I can quickly go through it in a three ways we talk about. Requirement only is about inclusive of the three big components about the design, the one part and the mid part. Design part is only most of the people have thinking about the more expensive and complex system is better. The key thing here, you need to ask yourself whether really, well, the more expensive and complex system, maybe they are designed for a decade ago, 20 years ago. Right? It is really still relevant to the current model age in terms of the future relevant for that kind of the architecture for you. Secondly, more complex system basically you need more complex investments, right? In a more higher price tag from you. So, and then of course from the developer vendor, that will be the system outcome they want to show you that way either. Yeah? They are more than one, more complex and more features. So the key thing you only need to know about that first usually is where the company direction to be from your company own scenario, and what you need to make sure your investment align with. Because why? If you invest into the wrong technology that is not aligned with the business direction, that is actually not called investment, isn't it? So that's why you need to make the alignment on it, right? So then, of course, the need part, this is the fundamental regardless of what you're thinking of in the minimum, right? What availability and performance data or information you really need. We talk about for the IT network system and applications performance. Basically, we talk about the availability. You want to make sure the system it continues to run as it is. You want to monitoring for all the parameters and performance. and then you can perform the proactive edit, and then you can make the proactive smart decision before something happens, and then you are maximizing the uptime from your whole infra. Right? If you are concerned on network, okay, you talk network availability, you talk system, if you are dealing with the system, and of course we talk about the mission critical application, your key role is on that. But of course for some people, it's true they can see in a holistic manner, right? It can be solved in a unified way. It's been solution to dealing with this IT network system and application performance fix. The solution to be catered for the market requirement. So we also will be talking in the three separate core domain in more detail later on. So first we talk about the network. We talk about the network device, network appliance. Then of course it's not just about uptime, downtime for the network device, the port performance, utilization, CPU, memory, all those thinking, plus of course with the wireless controller and access point, because it's part of network anyway, right? Then we talk about the virtual infrastructure, because like or not, the world is moving virtualized, so then company have more and more virtualized investment. We will come in the form of the virtual appliance, right? That you need to be monitoring that part of your network infra. And then of course we talk about the traffic that pass through the network port or whole switches. You want to know not just about the total traffic, you want to have total visibility, what is exactly passed through in this particular point of time, what kind of application comes in, what kind of bandwidth, and so on, that go beyond the normal network traffic monitoring, because you want to know what is inside and outside from your that specific port or gateway. And then of course the change monitoring we're talking, like you will want to know about and monitoring the perfect tuning home router configurations. You don't want people or your people make the accident to mistakenly adding some wording that causing the configuration of problem, because as we all know, call out the cost is down, which means entire network is down, right? So you want to monitor that against people change, or you want when people make change, you want to notify someone, right? The change monitoring that is talking more is the auto topic. We will later on talk using for the network performance fixed solution in detail. Right? So of course network, then we talk system. System here mostly we talk about like what the server, Windows, not Windows server. The mission critical workstation, it depends on industry. Some they have a lot of mission critical workstation to work. And then for the endpoint desktop laptop or whatever device. And of course nowadays also in one more part is about the mobile endpoint, the device we are talking about. They want to know about, of course, the server, whether it's physical or virtual. Then the uptime, downtime, the CPU, memory, hard disk utilization. And then, of course, on top of it, definitely you want to know about live service. For instance, you're running Windows server, you want to know IIS. Well, the server is running, but whether the Windows IIS server is running or not is a very different scenario, right? If the book is run, the server is not running, so it basically is down from the user point of view, right? So you want to monitoring the services, like happy services is run or not, if not, will be studied automatically and so on. And beside that, of course, we are talking about one more key part on nowadays, people are very interested because it is about running the network and system. It is all about application that get them done. It is a specific business application and so on. So we talk about application and mission critical services that is running by the application, especially like enterprise multi-port. running as a single enterprise application. For instance, we're talking about the enterprise application management or business management suite of application. Then it's typically you will cross easily 3 boxes. You definitely will running in the back server, and then you will have the application server and database server. That 2 running together as one application. So you want to monitor this is not by individual box but as an entire application based on your own parameter in terms of services, what is important, the component that will impact on your application, and then to provide you more meaningful data and information to decide what action to be taken in case for anything will be impact on relation on your application perform. Right? This thing will moving one step even further. Let's say you have some business e-commerce or e-banking kind of application that's serving the public at large. Of course, you are concerned on at a specific particular point of time, how many people it perform what kind of services, more people is searching at a particular time, or more transaction is done in a particular time, or at the same time also for you to know about the loading page, right, from each of your application, how about the speed of the loading, and then you can perform the benchmark to the monitoring from your application performance from there. Right? This whole thing depends on the scenario. We can tell it as a specific, because sometimes some company will be specific have a team dealing with the network, some for system only, some for application. But for higher level, this whole thing it can be holistically to be addressed, or you want to address in specific for network system and application. This is why that after this we have a 3 more section specific on those in detail for you. Quick solution overview and snapshot what the system we are talking about able to address for you. Okay, like just make a snapshot quickly. So like for this one here, we see about FTP services. This is a very typical server monitoring with the router scenario that it provides the blinking yellow, red color and green color, because some people still believe and like the simplicity of the traffic light system. Right? Green mean okay, red mean no okay, right? Yellow mean warning, right? Kind of the system to help you to instantly know what need to do from there. And then of course, and this one is a typical flow data, right? Like this one here is a snapshot at the time that the top application at the specific port we're talking about, or you can call it a link, right? What kind of application it consumes how many bandwidth from your company link and so on. From here, you can make a lot of decisions, right? Whether they have some unusual traffic being inside your traffic, or your mission critical application is reserved or preserving enough bandwidth for it, and so on. This is the traffic flow again, that typically from people who have especially is for router call switches, you want to know at the specific time inbound and outbound what the traffic inside with your fixed bandwidth you have in real time, where you can build on to the pie chart like this. And then for some company, from back infra, or some people, they like to be visual management in the dashboard. Yes, you can to put into your device into the map, and then pulling all the live traffic line to give you the real time update on what is going on for the specific monitoring scenario. Like this one is a very typical server farm like scenario that they have all the device big across, or either for the factory or for the one single floor diagram, right? That have everything there. You can have an instant knowing about whether all the system is running in order, right? Quick and fast. Solution snapshot continue. This is for the definitely the standard application performance monitor document. That it will tell you about the specific application. Of course, inside got a lot of the different parts. Then you working together how the application service level agreement, right? Like red is down, yellow is morning, right? So green is the uptime specifically at the time, which I think how long will be a time. Then you capture, and then you can use it to perform a lot of the application performance, fixing decision, because it's simple. If you don't know what is going on, you cannot fix it. This provides you what you needed for your application total visibility for you to fix the application problem, right? This is another one related to application. This is a typical workflow, the water flow one, like this, right? Diagram. It will show you that from the loading page at the time, because each of our web page has a lot of components, right? The reading speed for each one. Then afterward, we're using the agent to repeatedly doing the same thing for you to benchmark. Then you will know about the loading page, or sometimes there's some loading error. Then by solving all those problems, you were able to cut short the time, right? For the loading page, improve your application responsiveness. This is more, I call it the transaction snapshot. It's typically for the e-business, e-banking kind of application. You're interested to know at specific time what type of transaction is actually being done on the site. For example, how many is the login traffic, how many is kept on the product tab, how many is selection something, and then how many is built down, and how many is performing the search, right? By knowing these things, split our cost of time, then you know how to improve your application in return, and it fits a lot of things after you have a more insight more about your applications. And then from this one here, we are talking about wireless network, right? So this one here, the connect one, is actually the wireless AP or controller. That from that AP, all those thinking, it connects to a lot of wireless device. So from this network diagram, you know in specific how many items is currently connected to your network, that it is consume your company wireless as well. So whether this is on the employee or whether it's a guest. This is typical server monitoring dashboard that some people still prefer like meter. So with the meter, so you can use it to, for example, you can define whether the server currently perform. Good, we define into the green range. Yellow, not so good. Green is bad, right? You can define all those things that you needed, parameter then, and then of course all the things from the server you interested, like the CPU, memory, all those thinking, all is actually being captured in the dashboard. It is specifically for those person who manage server to have a one dashboard for one server to have a clean and clear understanding what is going on. So this is for voice over IP, or we call it video over IP kind of traffic that pass through your network. You want to monitor. The reason is simple. If you do monitoring in this VoIP way with the meter, the device is always up. You won't capture the performance issue, but by visualizing the video over IP or voice over IP traffic, you will capture something like latency, packet loss, and jitter. As we know that if in the voice over IP, video over IP, if a packet loss latency, you will only make the voice or video not so smooth, right? So you can using this to refine whether it's between the acceptable range or wire work, right? You have a clear understanding that from your VoIP infra, whether it is inside the reasonable threshold or something impact on your video IP experience for all your user, you can do something about. And from this one, it is typically for the virtual line infra. Like this one, you can do it, for instance, it is a virtual EAXI host for VMware. Then you can have inside a lot of the virtual server. From here, you can very clearly understand one box have how many virtual server currently is running, what is not running, and have a clear bridging you over in a single unified system that cover you from the physical, the wireless, and then to the virtual, and so on. And then from here is a typical another snapshot. We talk about the network configuration for the router and core switches. For those changes, or someone made the changes, what you know about who made what change, it will be clearly defined here. What is the original optimized setting, and then what changes being made, and so on, like that, right? Then you can decide to approve all the changes, or you want to rolling back the original setting to make sure that they have no, because of those perfect or optimized changes impact on your infra from there, right? Solution adoption and the options. It depends on the company, but it's a typical four-way usually we've been engaged for. So company intend to owning the system, right? So we call it CapEx, right? Basically, they intend to perform a capital expenditure purchase. And then, of course, they will have people prefer to doing as the OPEX, right? Net operating expenditure. So they prefer fixed term subscription. You mean in layman term here, you mean they like to lend the system in a fixed period of time. So yes, you can talk those things with us. So, and then of course we talk about, they do also have people have the ad hoc project requirement for the one-off services. For instance, company don't know what to do next. The best way to do is to, based on your current running infra, to snapshot what is going on. From there, first you can see for some of the generative feature, maybe in the past the system is not able to provide. With this kind of a snapshot project snapshot is running for a month for the report and so on, you have a very clear visibility about what you will be needed, and then what type of project from your next to write a solution proposal and for budget funding, etc., to work on. Because there is typically we call it X-ray, right? The X-ray, but then you know what is you have and what you needed, the game and so on, all will be showing there. Then of course we also serve and one more type of people that continuous need, but do not intend to incur the overhead for the manpower, because they are fully aware that the investment is not about just purely purchasing the system, the licensing and ongoing maintenance. It also incur is to train your main people on the specific system, and then you need to keep upgrading the skill set. As per seeing the system will continue to evolve, so you need to perform ongoing upgrading of the system to cater for the enterprise requirement. So some of them, before all those thinking and the cost is outweigh the benefit they get, sometimes they will opt for many outsourcing, right? Just outsource all those things for people like us, then we maintain everything, then you're just focusing on using it, you just using on you, or you just need a report, then we manage and provide the report and so on, right? This is all the typical solution adoption and options that are being frequently being engaged. And so for you to know about all those options. Thank you for joining for the sections. I hope that information provided during this section is addressed all of your need on the sections. And then, of course, it will be okay day for you if you have something in specific. Want to talk about your requirement or your scenario, and then those change and challenge, or you think about migration from the old legacy system to new one, or you want to consolidate all the system into a unified one, or you are dealing with a specific domain of the world, then you're looking for something to solve some specific operation issue and challenge for you, just feel free to contact us. We'll be here for you. Of course, besides that, you can also search our website for more information at www.e-spincorp.com. Thanks for the